Good late night hockey fans, Dallas Star hockey fans. It's a little later tonight because I just got home and I watched the game today. And let's talk about the power play. That's the topic. After January, there was one team that was better on the power play than us, and that was Detroit. And after a 4-for-4 power play tonight, I think I've done the math. I think we surpassed them to have the best power play after January in the league. They say on paper the best power play through the whole season is Winnipeg. But right now, our power play is incredibly hot. And that's something that I'm really excited about. Think about everything that's happened. Jason Robertson's on fire. Wyatt Johnston had a hat trick on national TV tonight. And there was a time that I did feel that St. Louis played better than us for a while there. But once again, we weathered the storm, and that's what great teams do. There were two penalties, one that we picked up and one that St. Louis picked up that could have been questionable, but I'm kind of glad that the ref got both of the guys for him. And to me, it kind of made it like a zero or a wash. But we capitalized on our power play, and they capitalized once on theirs. It's just incredible where we are. And something that kind of frustrated me was, I was watching the panel on TNT tonight, and the thing that got me was Rick Bowness has pretty much declared that Winnipeg has won the division already. They lost last night. They picked up a point before. Before this game started, we were 10 points out. There's still 24 games left in the season. Anything can happen. I think we're guaranteed the second slot if we keep playing, but I do think we keep playing the way we're doing, and you never know, a Winnipeg could have a meltdown. Yes, they've had a great year. There's nothing to negate that fact. But right now, our power play's humming, and anytime a power play's humming, anything can happen. And I feel like that's what kind of was the medicine that made this game roll for us. That second period, St. Louis had a lot more shots on goal than we did. We stayed in their zone most of the time. We couldn't get out of our zone. We stayed in our zone most of the time. We couldn't get out of our zone, and that was pretty frustrating. But at the end of the day, the players that we expect to score scored. Duchesne still keeps his point production up. He's got, like they said, I think it's like 10 games of consecutive points right now. I really wish Jason Robertson didn't have to have that foot surgery he had, but he did, and now the second half it's healed beautifully, and he's on point. I think he could easily get 30, 40 goals this season by the end of the year right now. And playing hurt and still being productive, that's a huge deal right now. I do believe we'll get those key players like Miro and Tyler back when it's time for the playoffs to hit. These are things that are going through my mind right now. I really think Dallas has a chance to win a Stanley Cup. We got 5 days to find out if Jim Nill will find that perfect piece we need to help us. I still think he's going to have to go to a blue liner. Seth Jones, I wanted him, but we know he went to Florida. I think that they just said that it was Dallas or Florida. Those were the only two teams he wanted to play for. And I'm kind of glad we were on the short list. But let's see what else is out there. I'll be watching the trade board, if you will, the next few days, and that probably will be some of the biggest information I can give, and I'll be on top of that. Anyway, 4-for-4 on the power play. We couldn't do any better. Anyway, this is Jeff with the Dallas Stars Hockey Minute. Please hit the subscribe button on YouTube, guys. I got 6 people that have been kind. Keep doing it. I'm really trying to make this successful. Uh, the Spotify was wonderful for a while, but now I'm trying to get some video out there and get my name out there. Anyway, I want to just say one thing: a shout out to some of the great broadcasters that we had tonight, and also I'd love to see. I have a dream if Daryl Ray or Razor, one of the great Dallas Stars broadcasters that I've been listening to for the last 25 years, even when I was a kid. If I could have an opportunity to sit down and talk to him and maybe have him on my podcast, that's one of those things that, it's a dream. I'm throwing it out there to the universe. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think it would be fun to sit down and pick his brain and have him a part of this. So if anybody out there that's affiliated with the Stars that happen to, come across this podcast and shoot it his way, I'd be grateful. Anyway, good night, everyone. Go Stars.